Good evening and welcome to Newsbite. I'm Hannah Durnford and making the headlines this week. Election candidates announced, road closures at Longwood, St Helena Airport held its first ever Runway Dash, and your usual sports action. After a week of speculation on who will run in this year's by-election, the official list of candidates were announced in a small ceremony by Returning Officer Gillian Francis on Wednesday.
Legislative Council Elections Declaration. The Elections Ordinance 2009 provides for nominations to be delivered to the Returning Officer not later than noon on the last day appointed for the nomination of candidates. The closing date for nominations for the September 2016 by-election is today, Wednesday, the 24th of August 2016. The Elections Regulations 2009 states that during the period of 1 hour after the close of nominations, the Returning Officer shall permit the candidates and their sponsors and supporters to examine the nominations received. It is now 5 minutes after 1 o'clock, and I declare that the following candidates have been validly nominated for election to the Legislative Council. Clint Richard Beard of Cowpath Halftree Hollow, sponsored by Sylvia Ivy Alec of Potty Hill Along Forest, and Corinda Sebastiana Stewart Essex of Villa Ajaccio, Napoleon Street, Jamestown. Cruyff Gerard Buckley of Armourville Halftree Hollow, sponsored by Trevor Keith Stevens of Fig Cottage, Jamestown, and Melissa Kim Fowler of near Wrightingstone, Sandy Bay. Anthony Arthur Green of Alternia, Nocombe, St Paul's, sponsored by Deborah Stroud of Whitegate House, St Paul's, and Sandra Gwyneth Sim of Enfield Lodge, St Paul's.
Polling day is now set for Wednesday, the 7th of September. Polling stations will be held at Blue Hill Community Centre, Halftree Hollow Community Centre, Harford Community Centre, Judges Lodge, Alarm Forest, Kingshurst Community Centre, Levelwood Clinic, Jamestown Community Centre and Sandy Bay Community Centre. ANRD have begun to address overhanging eucalyptus trees along the road from Hutts Gate to Longwood Gate. Works have included the removal of dry and dead overhanging limbs, as well as entire trees were required. This work is due to the trees becoming a risk to traffic and pedestrians. The project started on Tuesday the 16th of August and will continue every Tuesday up until the 6th of September. The stretch of road will be closed from 9 AM to 3 PM on all of these days. This year's August Bank Holiday will see 2 historic events take place at St Helena Airport. St Helena will have its first ever Runway Dash, and Islanders will also get a taste of motorised go-karting. The day's events are being organised by the National Amateur Sports Association with help from Keith Yon and the St Helena Airport staff. Funds raised from the day will go towards sending athletes to the Gotland Island Games. It is hoped that this event will become an annual one. Sport. Longwood Golf Club and Francis Plain were busy on the weekend. At Longwood Golf Club, Donald Arms and Larry Thomas shot 61 to take the top spot in the Texas Scramble, which was the only tournament of the weekend. Larry Legg and Brian Peachy Coleman were just 1 shot off the pace and finished second after countback with 3 other teams, who also shot 62. Now football.
The St Helena Football League has been blown wide open after the weekend's fixtures. Here are the results and some highlights from the weekend's action. Chop Shop Boys were handed their 2nd defeat in a row when they clashed with Hot Shots. Nick Stevens opened the scoring in spectacular fashion for Hot Shots before Chris Furness doubled their lead. Alonzo Henry got a goal back for Hot Shots, but minutes later Alistair Buckley restored Hot Shots' 2-goal lead. Chris Owen's late strike proved to be just another consolation goal for Chop Shop Boys. Crusaders and Fuji shared the points on Saturday afternoon when their match finished as a 2-2 draw. Jordan Young and Selwyn Stroud struck goals for Fuji's, whilst Gavin Pear and Martin Jackson Buckley were on target for Crusaders. On Sunday, Wolves stunned Bellboys and picked up a 2-0 win in the morning fixture. Jacob Duncan and Cody Thomas scored either side of the half-time whistle for Wolves. Axis came back to defeat Refugees 5-2. Darryl Liu opened the scoring for Refugees, but braces from Ashley Klingham and Scott Henry saw Axis walk away with the points. The results from the final match of the weekend has blown the league wide open. Defending champions Hearts defeated Rovers 3-1. Mikey Williams opened the scoring for Hearts, and a spectacular thumping strike from Jason George put them 2 goals ahead before Tyler Benjamin got a goal back for Rovers. However, George scored with another thumping strike to seal the points for Hearts. Andrew Young also saved a Rico Benjamin penalty kick, and man of the match Mikey Williams pulled off an acrobatic goal line clearance. The race for league glory has now turned into a 3-horse race. Chop Shop Boys' second defeat on the trot means their 6-point lead has been obliterated. This, combined with Hearts' victory over Rovers, means that all 3 sides, Hearts, Rovers and Chop Shop, are effectively tied at the top, having lost 2 games each. Albeit, Rovers have played 2 games less than their rivals.
Well, that's it for another Newsbite. Be sure to tune in again next week, but until then, I'm Hannah Durnford, and thank you for watching.